What is going on with the UK, the European, the US car industry right now? It feels almost, you might say...
Think Europe always produces top-tier cars? Think again. While the continent has birthed some of the world's most iconic automotive brands, Ferrari, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes, it's also responsible for some colossal failures. In today's episode, we're exposing the 7 worst European cars no one buys anymore. These vehicles, despite the prestigious badges they wear, have been plagued with design flaws, mechanical nightmares, or sheer underperformance, and are quietly slipping into extinction. Some of these cars might look great on the outside. Sleek lines, luxurious interiors, a recognizable logo on the grille, but pop the hood or check the recall history, and you'll find serious trouble. From overpriced luxury disasters to once popular urban cruisers that have lost their shine, these models are getting ditched by both critics and consumers. If you're in the market for a European car, you'll want to steer clear of these duds. Let's break down what went wrong, why people stopped buying them, and how long they've got left before they're gone for good. Number 7. Volvo XC40. Volvo has long been hailed as the gold standard in automotive safety, with a brand legacy built on durable engineering and life-saving technology. But in recent years, cracks have begun to show, especially in one of their most popular offerings, the XC40. When this compact SUV first hit the market, it brought a refreshing blend of minimalist Scandinavian style and urban practicality. It was pitched as the perfect vehicle for young professionals and small families wanting premium features without jumping to a luxury price tag. But beneath the XC40's clean lines and glossy marketing is a model that has left many owners scratching their heads and their wallets. For starters, the reliability of the XC40 has raised serious concerns. Consumer Reports listed Volvo as the 11th most unreliable car brand in 2023, and the XC40 was a key contributor to that ranking. The most alarming issues? Faulty climate control systems and persistent electrical problems. Multiple owners have complained about cabin heating and cooling systems that simply stop working without warning, an issue that's more than inconvenient, especially in extreme temperatures. And the electrical gremlins don't stop there. Drivers report frequent glitches in the infotainment system, warning lights that appear without cause, and even battery drain problems. These aren't just minor annoyances, they're expensive to fix. Volvo vehicles come with a reputation for high maintenance costs, and the XC40 is no exception. With an average annual maintenance bill of $1,047, this SUV sits well above mainstream competitors. And that's just for standard upkeep. Throw in a few unexpected repairs, like replacing malfunctioning electronic modules or sensors, and owners can quickly find themselves spending luxury car money on a non-luxury experience. Adding to the headache, the 2024 XC40 was hit with a major recall tied to its electrical system, a move that undercut consumer confidence in a vehicle that was already on shaky ground. This is particularly damaging in a segment where reliability is king. SUVs like the Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V continue to dominate because they offer worry-free ownership. When buyers are choosing between style and substance, more are leaning toward dependability, and the XC40 just doesn't deliver. Volvo's ambitious plan to go all-electric by 2030 could be a turning point, but only if they address their core build quality and system integration issues. Until then, the XC40 risks becoming an overlooked option, fading from buyer shortlists and quietly sliding toward dealership bargain bins, a cautionary tale of how even icons can fall. Number 6. BMW 520i. BMW has spent decades building a reputation as a top-tier luxury automaker, promising an elite blend of engineering precision and exhilarating driving performance. But not every BMW lives up to that legacy. One glaring example is the 520i, especially the E60 generation produced between 2004 and 2010, which has become notorious for being a mechanical and financial nightmare. What should have been an accessible entry into the prestigious 5 Series has, for many owners, turned into a bottomless money pit. In fact, the 520i was called out in 2023 by Redriven and placed on their Lemon list, earning the dubious title of the very worst of the BMW 5 Series generations. That's a bold claim for a brand with such a proud heritage. But it's hard to argue when you look at the common issues plaguing this model, especially the disastrous timing chain failures. In many cases, a defective timing chain can damage the oil pump and cause complete engine failure, often without warning. One moment you're cruising down the highway. The next, your dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree, and you're staring at a repair bill that rivals the car's resale value. But the trouble doesn't stop there. Owners frequently report fuel injector malfunctions and chronic oil pressure issues, both of which can cause serious engine damage and even mid-drive seizures. These are not rare glitches. They're persistent, widespread, and well-documented. Add in exorbitant labor costs and BMW's premium parts pricing, and you're looking at a maintenance schedule that's more stress than sophistication. The 2024 BMW 520i, which was supposed to usher in a refined, tech-savvy evolution, has already been slapped with 2 recalls, one related to its electronic stability control system and another involving braking performance. These aren't minor cosmetic adjustments, they're fundamental safety concerns that call into question BMW's commitment to quality in this particular model. Many BMW fans and mechanics alike recommend skipping the 520i altogether. Instead, they point buyers toward better-built alternatives in the 5 Series lineup, like the 530i or 540i, which tend to offer more robust engineering and fewer horror stories. As BMW transitions into an electrified future and phases out underperforming internal combustion models, the 500i seems like an obvious candidate for retirement. What was once marketed as an affordable entry into BMW luxury now stands as a cautionary tale. The badge may still carry weight, but under the hood, the 520i simply can't keep up with the brand's promises or the expectations of modern drivers. Number 5. Volkswagen Taos. Volkswagen once had the potential to rule the compact SUV segment in the US, a market hungry for affordable, fuel-efficient, and stylish crossovers. Enter the Volkswagen Taos, the automaker's attempt to capture that very audience. But instead of delivering the dependable German engineering it is known for, the Taos has done the opposite. It's become one of the most disappointing offerings in Volkswagen's recent history, leaving both reviewers and customers frustrated. Originally introduced as an entry-level SUV for drivers who wanted the prestige of a VW badge without the price tag of the Tiguan or Atlas, the Taos was supposed to be the smart buy. But it quickly earned a reputation for being mechanically flawed and poorly built. Top Speed didn't mince words when it labeled the Taos the worst offender in Volkswagen's entire lineup. With a predicted reliability score of just 31 out of 100, the numbers speak louder than any marketing campaign. The core issues are hard to ignore. Owners of the 2022 and 2023 models consistently report serious drivetrain problems, ranging from unresponsive turbocharging to abrupt and unpredictable transmission shifts. That turbo lag can make acceleration feel sluggish, while the jerky gear changes destroy any sense of smooth driving. These aren't isolated incidents. They're systemic flaws that have been repeatedly flagged across multiple consumer platforms, including Consumer Reports and J.D. Power. Then comes the cost. While Volkswagen's average annual maintenance hovers around $921, Taos owners often see their bills climb much higher due to frequent visits to the service center. Common repairs include faulty sensors, misfiring engines, and software glitches tied to the electronic control unit, ECU. The 2024 model hasn't helped the situation either, as it carries over many of the same problems and introduces new complaints about flimsy build quality, cabin rattles, and poorly tuned suspension that results in a jittery ride over uneven roads. In a segment packed with reliable, well-reviewed competitors like the Honda HR-V, Mazda CX-30, and Hyundai Kona, the Taos feels undercooked and overpriced. Consumer Reports even went so far as to say the Taos is much less reliable than the average new car, a crushing verdict in such a competitive space. Unless Volkswagen makes dramatic changes to the Taos, mechanically and structurally, it's hard to see a future where this SUV sticks around. As it stands, it's more a cautionary tale than a comeback story. Number 4. Fiat 500X. Fiat has always been about charm and character. The brand's quirky European appeal gave us iconic models like the original Fiat 500, compact, stylish, and undeniably fun. But when Fiat decided to stretch that formula into the subcompact SUV segment with the Fiat 500X, things took a sharp turn for the worse. What was meant to be a stylish urban runabout quickly became a glaring example of form over function. On paper, the Fiat 500X seems promising. It boasts Italian design flair, a compact footprint ideal for city driving, and a nod to practicality with its SUV classification. But in execution, it falls apart. Hot Cars labeled it one of the worst SUVs to buy in 2023, and with good reason. Its 1.3-liter turbocharged engine struggles to produce meaningful power, resulting in underwhelming acceleration and lackluster highway performance. Even when equipped with all-wheel drive, the 500X fails to deliver the confidence or agility expected from a modern compact crossover. Performance gripes aside, the 500X disappoints in daily usability. While the cabin might initially impress with its bold design and color options, it's clear that Fiat prioritized style over substance. The materials feel cheap, seating is cramped, and noise insulation is poor, making longer drives uncomfortable and tiring. Add to that a jarring ride quality due to poorly tuned suspension, and it becomes clear that the 500X is not built for comfort or endurance. Reliability is another sore spot. The Fiat 500X has long been criticized for its inconsistent build quality and maintenance issues. Reports of electrical glitches, drivetrain problems, and persistent warning lights have plagued the model since its debut. And with Fiat's limited dealership network in the US, even minor repairs can become a major inconvenience for owners. Despite attempts at refinement in later model years, these core issues have never been fully addressed. In 2024, Fiat attempted a bold shift by moving the 500X to an electric-only platform in select markets. While this EV pivot could have been an opportunity for reinvention, it didn't do much to change the narrative. Critics pointed to mediocre range figures, sluggish charging times, and the same outdated platform hiding beneath the surface. Ultimately, while the Fiat 500X might attract a few buyers with its distinctive looks, most drivers are now looking for substance to match the style. And that's where the 500X continues to fall short. In a market filled with better rounded options from Hyundai, Mazda, and Honda, Fiat's small SUV feels like a relic clinging to outdated ideas, and its future looks increasingly uncertain. Number 3. Audi A6, 2012 to 2015 models. The Audi A6 has often stood as a symbol of understated luxury, sleekness, tech savviness, and effortless elegance. But when you dig into the C7 generation A6, Specifically, the 2012-2015 models, the story takes a sharp nosedive. These vehicles may look the part of premium executive sedans, but underneath that handsome exterior lies a collection of mechanical and reliability issues that have left many owners disappointed and stuck with massive repair bills. Critics and owners alike have not been kind to this generation of the A6. Redriven bluntly referred to these models as problem children, and for good reason. Among the most glaring issues are premature brake wear accompanied by irritating brake squeal, unpredictable steering response that undermines driving confidence, and even outright engine failure in some cases. Consumer Reports gave these models a dismal 1 out of 5 stars for reliability, a rare score for a brand that markets itself on precision engineering. One of the most notorious problems plaguing the C7A6 is its alarming oil consumption. Many owners report having to top off a quart of oil every 800-1,000 miles, a problem largely attributed to defective piston rings in the 2.0-liter TFSI engine. Not only is this annoying, but it can also lead to long-term engine damage if ignored. On top of that, serpentine belt failures and faulty fuel pressure regulators are common issues that often appear without warning, making the ownership experience more stressful than premium. Cosmetically and technologically, the C7A6 seems like a solid buy. The MMI infotainment system, premium interior materials, and LED lighting all give the illusion of modern luxury. But once you're past the showroom shine, these sedans quickly turn into service center regulars. With parts and labor costs that reflect Audi's high-end positioning, even minor fixes can quickly drain a wallet. As Audi pivots toward electrification with its e-tron series and refines its newer generations, the C7A6 is quickly being left in the dust. It's a cautionary tale for buyers considering a used luxury sedan. Don't let looks fool you. The 2012-2015 A6 may tempt with its sharp lines and upscale cabin, but beneath the surface, it's one of Audi's most unreliable chapters. Better forgotten than risked on the road. Number 2. Mercedes-Benz GLE. Mercedes-Benz is synonymous with prestige, innovation, and world-class engineering. At least, that's the image the brand has cultivated for decades. But beneath the glimmer of that famous three-pointed star lies a harsh reality for some of its modern offerings. Leading the charge of disappointment is the Mercedes-Benz GLE, a mid-size luxury SUV that has gone from flagship to fiasco in record time. On paper, the GLE should be a dream car. It boasts a refined, tech-laden interior, sleek exterior styling, and powertrain options that range from efficient to exhilarating. But a closer look reveals a model riddled with flaws. In 2023, Top Speed named Mercedes the most unreliable car brand, and the GLE earned the unfortunate distinction of being their worst-performing model. It received a shockingly low reliability rating of 24 out of 100, backed by countless owner complaints and negative long-term reviews. The problems aren't just cosmetic or inconvenient, they're deeply mechanical. Owners have consistently reported brake system issues, steering malfunctions, and a laundry list of electronic glitches. The M-Box infotainment system, which is supposed to be a technological highlight, is infamous for freezing, crashing, and random reboots. Some users even report that voice commands and navigation features fail intermittently, turning high-end convenience into daily frustration. But perhaps the most damning aspect of the GLE experience is the cost of ownership. With an average yearly maintenance bill of $1,237, it's one of the most expensive SUVs in its class to keep on the road. And that's before factoring in repairs. When electronic systems fail, and they often do, It's not uncommon for owners to shell out thousands just to restore basic functionality. This is a tough pill to swallow for a vehicle that starts at over $60,000 and can easily climb past $80,000 with options. Even longtime Mercedes loyalists have begun voicing their discontent. Many feel misled by the brand's premium promise, only to be met with reliability that rivals economy cars from years past. Luxury buyers expect durability, seamless performance, and hassle-free ownership. Instead, they're getting dashboard warning lights, frequent dealer visits, and lengthy repair delays. Unless Mercedes makes sweeping improvements to the GLE's mechanical and electronic systems, this SUV may not survive the next product cycle. In a fiercely competitive segment filled with dependable rivals from Lexus, BMW, and Genesis, the GLE's current trajectory threatens to undermine Mercedes-Benz's storied reputation, making it not just a disappointment, but a cautionary tale in modern luxury. Number 1. Alfa Romeo Giulia. The Alfa Romeo Giulia promised to be the triumphant return of Italian flair to the American luxury sedan market. With its seductive curves, aggressive stance, and rear-wheel drive platform, the Giulia brought a breath of fresh air to a segment dominated by the German Big Three, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes-Benz. It offered razor-sharp handling, lively performance, and a driving experience that was more passionate than clinical. But behind all that beauty and performance lies a glaring truth. The Giulia has been an ongoing reliability nightmare. While the Giulia earned early praise from auto journalists for its balanced chassis and potent turbocharged engines, real-world ownership has been far less rosy. Within just a few years of its debut, the Giulia's reputation for quality began to crumble. Drivers reported a wide range of issues, including electrical failures, infotainment system crashes, unresponsive steering systems, and mysterious drivetrain hesitations. These weren't isolated complaints. Owner forums and customer feedback across platforms like Edmunds and Consumer Reports paint a consistent picture of unreliability and frustration. The most common problems plague core systems of the vehicle. The electronic driver assist features frequently malfunction. Warning lights illuminate for no reason, and the navigation and media system can shut down mid-drive. Several owners have even reported the car refusing to start due to key fob and software sync issues. And while the 2020-2024 models have seen some incremental improvement, the 2017 to 2019 Giulia models are widely considered some of the most problematic vehicles in the segment. Adding insult to injury is Alfa Romeo's sparse dealership network in the US. This means longer wait times for service, fewer trained technicians, and parts that often need to be imported from Europe, causing delays that stretch into weeks. In a world where customer expectations demand fast service and consistent uptime, this has alienated many would-be Alfa enthusiasts. The Giulia remains a head-turner with thrilling driving dynamics, especially in its quadrifoglio trim. But beauty and performance can only go so far when your car is stuck in the shop. In a market where reliability is often the deciding factor, the Giulia continues to struggle. With Alfa Romeo's global sales slipping and Stellantis re-evaluating brand priorities, many insiders are speculating that the Giulia might not get another full redesign. Unless Alfa Romeo addresses these foundational flaws, the Giulia risks going down in history not as a legend reborn, but as a cautionary tale of style over substance. So there you have it. 7 European cars that looked promising but turned out to be mechanical heartbreaks. While these vehicles may carry prestigious badges and eye-catching designs, they've failed to deliver where it counts: dependability, performance, and value. For every engineering triumph Europe has given the world, it's also produced some serious flops. From the overpriced disasters like the Mercedes GLE to the underpowered Fiat 500X and the doomed BMW 520i, these cars are perfect examples of what happens when style isn't backed up by substance. And as automakers shift toward electric and software-defined vehicles, poorly performing models like these are getting left behind. Have you ever owned one of these cars? Or were you lucky enough to dodge the bullet? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, especially if you've got a horror story to share. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a deep dive into the automotive world's best and worst. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.